What is up, guys? It's your boy John here from the TJM Car Club, and we are back at it again with another TJM Top 5 list. Have you guys ever wondered what type of stereotypical sports cars that military members love to drive? Well, look no further, because today's video is about the top 5 cars driven by military members. Kicking it off with number 5, we have the Subaru WRX. Oh yes, baby. The Subi gang proudly serves in our military fighting force. When it comes to JDM, the WRX ranks pretty high with our troops. It's arguably the biggest JDM car that you'll see driven by our boys in green. I mean, hell, Miguel drives a WRX. Well, why is this though? Well, for one thing, just like the rest of the cars on this list, they're really big attention grabbers. Have you heard the sound of that glorious boxer engine? And let's not forget the beautiful styling of that WRX, from that Subi blue to the gigantic wing on the back. Another reason is, like our military, they're really reliable and versatile. That boxer engine can go 100,000 miles and it'll beg you to go even farther. You can push this car around like your little brother when your parents aren't home, and it'll ask you if that's all you got. Just don't go blowing a head gasket. They're not boring cars either. In fact, they're really fun to drive. And if you ask almost any military member, they'll tell you they hate boring stuff. And lastly, they're pretty cheap depending on where you look. You can find a used 2011 WRX with 100,000 miles on it for under 10 grand. And the new 2021 WRXs can go as low as 27 grand. And everybody knows the military loves buying cheap stuff. Coming in at number 4, we've got BMW. There's a lot of people in this world that absolutely love affordable luxury.
You know who else loves affordable luxury? Our troops!
Compared to Mercedes or Porsche, BMW is just a better car for our military boys and girls. Of course, you'll see a lot of our members driving Mercedes or Porsche, but when it comes to the most driven German car in the military, BMW takes the cake. And yeah, when it comes to affordability, most BMWs are relatively cheaper than other high luxury brands. There are so many Beamer drivers in the military, from the 3 Series all the way to the M Series. Yeah, that's right, we got M drivers across all our branches. But how's that possible? That's a lot of money, right? M Series? That's a fuck ton of money. They can afford that? Let me tell you a secret on how that's possible. Are you ready? Are you ready? High rank equals high pay, bitches. Oh, and let's also not forget the high amount of comfort that you get when driving a BMW. Shit just really glides across the road. Hey, you know who else likes to drive comfortably? Our troops. And for the big car guys in the military, BMWs are highly moddable. Our friend Noah drives a BMW. Check out his Instagram right here, at Noah_N55. He drives a 335i. It's sexy, it's sleek, it's fast, it's loud. Did I mention it's sexy? Coming in at number 3, the Dodge Charger and Challenger. Muscle cars in the military. Is there anything that goes together more beautifully than this? Hello? You forgetting about trucks? Man, shut up. This is about cars. In the case of the Dodge boys and the military, they go together like chocolate and peanut butter. They're big, they're fast, they're loud, they're American, and that's everything that our good old freedom fighters love in a car. There are a lot of true Dodge fans in our military, and some of them just love to jump on the Charger bandwagon because, well, everybody's driving a Charger and Challenger these days. I would also like to point out that the memes are just absolutely top-notch. Dodge Chargers and Challengers have become one of the gold standards for every 18-year-old's first sports car that they buy after boot camp. They see these cars and they hear that big, powerful Hemi V8 under the hood. I want that one, Seaman Timmy says. And then they go out and buy a V6 because that's the only trim level they can afford. Low rank equals low pay. Don't be too sad though, because there are a lot of military members that love to drive the classic good old V8, from the 5.7 Hemi all the way to the Hellcat. My commanding officer drives a Challenger Hellcat. It's purple. All in all, the Challengers and Chargers are big, mean, loud, and domestic, but not domesticated, just like our troops. Coming in at number 2, the Ford Mustang. I'm sensing a trend here. It's almost like the military loves American muscle. Who knew? Well, in the case of the first pony car, high praise. That's right, boys and girls, the Mustang is also one of the most driven sports cars in the military. From the EcoBoost all the way to the GT500. You'll kind of see mostly officers driving that badass Shelby because, well, it's kind of expensive. My old commanding officer, huge Mustang guy. He has like 5 in his collection, and he daily drives a Bullet. Oh, and I drive one as well. She's a 2016 Mustang GT. Go ahead and follow her on her Instagram at maroon_50. Oh, and stay tuned for the video coming out soon about me and the boys going to get her. You're gonna love it. But why do they love the Mustang so much? Well, for one thing, it's Ford. And I'll say it again, it's the first pony car. And for being the best-selling sports car with over 10 million made, it has some street cred. Arguably the perfect muscle car for guys who work on cars in the military to have. They're really fun to work on, and they're highly moddable as well. I'm giving my Mustang the Roush treatment. Stay tuned for that video as well. In my opinion, the Mustang is also the best sounding American muscle car ever. I mean, just listen to that 5.0. So why isn't it number 1 then? Well, for one thing, Mustangs have earned a lot of notoriety, and it's all because of one small group of people, their drivers. I mean, you've all seen the memes and videos of Mustangs hitting trees, curbs, and people. Like, you don't get the name crowd killer for driving safely. But despite that small stain on its reputation, it hasn't stopped it from being loved by a lot of members in the military. And finally, at number 1, the Chevy Camaro. Come on guys, you knew this was going to be number 1. Don't even kid yourselves. You remember when I said the Charger and Challenger are one of the gold standards for every 18-year-old's first sports car out of boot camp? Well, let me retract that statement, because the Chevy Camaro is the gold standard. Before all this, the Chevy Camaro was always playing catch up with the Ford Mustang. Well, not anymore! From the fame of the greatest Autobot from Transformers, to all the memes on Twitter, the Chevy Camaro is the most stereotypical sports car in the military. I mean, what can I say? It's like the basic starter pack for all military members. When members don't know a lot about sports cars but want to jump into it, this is the car they go to. I mean, shit. My first car in the military was a Camaro. It was a 2011 SS. I loved that car. I had it for a very long time. And then I totaled her. It was a very dark time for me. One of the reasons why it's number 1 is because out of the big 3 muscle cars, it's relatively the cheapest. You can find a 2010 to 2013 Camaro for under 20 grand. Yeah, the new models are getting a tad expensive, but hey, that happens with every sports car. Another reason why it has gotten so huge in the military is because, well, the military has been taking huge advantage of the Camaro trend, with rumors promising new members a free Camaro when they join. Of course, that's not entirely true, but hey, a lot of these young guys and girls are very gullible, and it's a pretty good tactic that recruiters use to bring people in. So kid, you want the honor and the glory to be able to serve in the greatest fighting force the world has ever known? I mean, I don't know. I'm not really the glory-seeking type of guy. I'm not too sure. Well, do you want to travel the world? You know, meet new and exciting places and people? I mean, yeah, that sounds pretty cool. Like, I've always wanted to, you know, travel and, you know, see new places. So yeah, that would sound kind of cool, I guess. You want a free fucking Camaro? Oh, fuck yeah, sign me up! Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you have any more ideas on what top 5 lists I should do next, don't be afraid to comment down below. And if you're new to the channel, please give a like, subscribe, and get the bell on to get notified about our latest videos coming out. And as always, I'm John from TGM Car Club. Live to drive, drive to live.